Another thrilling UEFA Champions League tie, this time Villarreal pushing Liverpool to the brink. The Liverpoolians had travelled to Spain with a 2-0 advantage from the first leg, but Unai Emery's side put the pressure on early, and for half of the second leg they made it extremely difficult for the Reds. We have highlights.
It is Liverpool to get the night started. 2-0 in front from the first leg. Celso. Good ball, nicely collected too. It was Coquelin looking to try and find Boulaïdia, who plays it back to Dani Parejo. Estepinian's cross, that was a chance, that's still a chance, and that's a goal for Villarreal. It is just the start they needed.
Oh, Estepinian, he had a chance at the far post, messed it up, he thought the chance had gone there. I mean, is that an intentional pass?
Challenging. It's out to Dani Parejo. Not far away. Alexander-Arnold. Stopped by Coquelin. Dani Parejo. Might not have as much time as he wanted. And that's over the top, but only just. Really have to for the rest of this half. And find a bit more in the second. Well, here's Capu getting forward once more. Finds a bit of room for himself. Great chance. 2-0. Unbelievable scenes.
What a header it was. Look at Capu, he's bent, he run like a forward. And he's managed to dig one out. Still, plenty of work. He's at the top of his job. Francis Coquelin here. And he does an absolutely brilliant job of burying it. Alexander-Arnold.
Fabinho. Salah. Fabinho, he's onside. And Fabinho's gone for it. And he's drilled it through Rooney. Liverpool are back in front in the tie.
In Liverpool's direction. And Capu here just gets dragged in and allows Salah to nick it through. But this is all about Rooney and his inability to really set himself properly. I mean, it's not the strongest shot in the world from Fabinho, but it does the job. Poor keeping.
Luis Diaz. He's got the opportunity. Deflected behind for a corner. That looked as though it was going to be playing their own game again. Alexander-Arnold. Really can't keep that out either. And Liverpool do have a 2-goal lead again. It's Luis Diaz.
They could take this tie firmly away from the hosts in the next 10 minutes or so.
Doesn't need to be right foot from Alexander-Arnold. He can shift it onto the other and whip in the in-swinger.
Yeah, Salah might have been factually offside, but certainly Diaz wasn't.
The two Liverpool goals, that's how quickly it's turned back around in their favour. But Mane here beat Rooney to it, and this could be it. Mane's passed another one. He's got an open goal. He's got Salah there too. And Sadio Mane has done it all by himself. And Liverpool now are sailing through.
Ruthless when given their opportunities, when they've taken them. He's in his own half, but look how far the keeper is out. And he's just not decisive, aggressive enough in attacking that ball.
Daniel Kelly's ready with his whistle. Liverpool fans are ready to cheer another victory. Done the hard way.
Yeah, so our European-based football analyst Simon Evans joins us to talk about what went on at El Madrigal. Simon, good afternoon. Welcome again to the SportsMax Zone.
Good afternoon. Good to see you again.
Yeah, for 45 minutes, Villarreal did everything that could be asked of them. They unsettled Liverpool, they outpassed them, they outran them, they produced more quality than them, and they found the 2 goals to take them back into the tie. And then in the second half, aided by some rank, awful goalkeeping, Simon, Liverpool asserted themselves and made it look easy in the end.
Yeah, that was the Liverpool we know and that we've seen so often this season in the second half. The first half was a very strange sight, though. Liverpool looking nervous, edgy. I think that early goal really shook them. They went into that game, I think, thinking, let's just do the same as we did in the first leg. That Villarreal never threatened at Anfield at all. Let's just have a nice, calm evening and not have any problems. And then suddenly, in the 3rd minute of the game, this happens. And Liverpool are edgy after that. They never found their rhythm. They never did the things that we know they can do. And it really needed a strong half-time sort-out from Jurgen Klopp to get them back on track.
If you recall, Simon, from the first leg, we spoke about the performance of the Villarreal goalkeeper, Geronimo Rui, and how he transmitted a sense of nervousness, not just to be around his backline, but throughout the entire team by his dodgy handling at Anfield. And tonight, Simon, he chose the wrong night to have perhaps his worst night in the Villarreal jersey. Liverpool were good, yes, but they were aided and abetted by some awful goalkeeping, you'd agree?
I think he was at fault for all 3 goals, actually. I mean, this one straight through his legs. That can happen, but it shouldn't be happening from that distance. And then, of course, charging out of the goal and not getting it is clearly his fault. And even the second goal, the header, a lot of goalkeepers would have saved that. It was pretty much straight at him. Yes, not an easy one, but should have done better. He was to really, you know, he'll look at that afterwards and think he should have stopped all 3 of those goals.
Yes, Simon. Was it the, game changer in the second half?
Yeah, I think he made a huge amount of difference. For some reason, it just wasn't working for Jota. I don't think it was his kind of game. He needed people who were going to run at people and cause problems. And then there he is getting in and getting a header as well. So he's been a fantastic signing for Liverpool. We've talked about it before about how difficult it is to come in the middle of the season. And he's in a position where he's going to Champions League final now, having joined the club in January, and probably going to be a starter and going to be a key player whether he starts or not.
Yes, Simon, when we really think about this game, you think about a game of 2 halves. Sometimes we use it loosely, but in this game, I think it's the perfect description, because in the first half, I felt as if, Liverpool looked nothing like the Liverpool we have been speaking about and the Liverpool that we've been seeing. The errors that they made in the first half, do you get the sense that we'll ever see that again for the rest of the season?
Yeah, we probably will do, because they're still alive for this incredible quadruple, aren't they? And It's not going to, even if they were to win all their league games, they're not going to win them all without falling behind at some stage or having a 45 minutes where it doesn't work. That happens to all teams, and the best teams find a way to recover from it, come back out and show them some true selves and win it. And that's exactly what Liverpool have done today.
Simon, how big as an advert is this for La Liga, Villarreal's run in the championship? Because they are only 7th in La Liga at the moment, 29 points off champions designate Real Madrid, but found themselves with some big guns in Europe and knocking some of them out, Juventus and Bayern Munich among them, and really pushing Liverpool in a big, big way today.
Yeah, it was very noticeable at the end of the game, the reaction from the Villarreal supporters who, even though obviously they'll be disappointed, they were able to put it into perspective and acknowledge the fact that their team had achieved something really, really special this season.
Yeah, the fact is for Klopp, though, Simon, the first half would have shown him things that he wouldn't have been pleased with. And for a team at this level, at this stage of the season, to manage to not function for one entire half of football must be troubling.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it really was quite alarming and shocking how far off their regular game they were, because you could say nerves, you could say complacency. I don't believe the complacency thing. A team like Liverpool don't go to there expecting to win. But they were so far off everything. We see Trent Alexander-Arnold whipping in crosses with his left foot, his right foot, creating opportunities. There was none of that in the first half. The fullbacks were deeper. Everything was tentative from Liverpool, and the initiative was being taken by Villarreal. So that will be something that I think the Liverpool team, the analysts, will go back and look at that video and say, what was going wrong there? How did we manage to get so far off our normal standard? But credit to them for recovering from it and finding a way around it, albeit helped by Rooney's catastrophic goalkeeping.
Right, so 3 in 5, looking for 7 in 10. Third final in 5 years, looking for their 7th Champions League crown in 10 tries to draw them level with AC Milan on the all-time list. This Liverpool vintage, Simon, a lot has been said about it, about them, the collective. Through now to the Champions League final, whichever of City or Real Madrid faced, and you've seen those teams enough times to be able to answer this question, do Liverpool enter that game as favourites?
No, I don't think so. Not against Manchester City for sure. I think against Real Madrid, perhaps yes. But against City, we've seen those two teams go against each other, and it's impossible to say either of them are favourites. And if there's one team in world football who know how to beat Liverpool, who have an idea of how to go about it with some confidence, it's Manchester City. I
remind you, Simon, as we break from the segment, that the 3 times they've played this season, 2 draws and 1 Liverpool win. So, maybe Paris is going to be the difference maker. And then Real Madrid will have something to say about that. We'll talk again, Simon. All the best to you.
All the best. Cheers.
Okay. All right, so that's just, we break from Simon Evans there. Oh, Simon remains with us for the preview of Wednesday. My bad, Simon, I'm getting a bit long in the tooth. We take a break and come right back. I hope you haven't gone anywhere.
So after wrapping up their 35th Liga title on the weekend, Real Madrid are now concerned with overturning a first-leg deficit against Manchester City to maintain their hopes of winning a record-extending 14th Champions League crown. City won a pulsating first leg 4-3 at the Etihad last Tuesday. Simon Evans is joining us. He is still with us. He reviewed what happened today. Simon, let me start here. We're getting the feeling that based on Real Madrid's quality, having watched what happened today with Liverpool and Villarreal, Man City, although they are leading, cannot afford to stutter against Real Madrid tomorrow, because Real Madrid aren't Villarreal, are they?
They're not, and they will punish them. They will really punish any opportunities. We saw that in the first game where, really, if you strip away the goals and you look at all the other statistics, Manchester City dominated that game pretty much. But Real Madrid made the most of every opportunity that came their way. It helps when you have someone like Karim Benzema up front who can score a goal out of nothing. So City are going to have to be very, very careful at the back. And I don't expect it to be quite the same game that we saw at the Etihad. But really, it's wide open in the sense that it's very difficult to predict what's going to happen in this game.
Yeah, sometimes when teams win titles, Simon, as Real Madrid did over the weekend with La Liga, they go through a bit of a honeymoon period and a celebratory period that makes them stutter in their next couple of assignments. I don't suspect Real Madrid will fall victim to that in this assignment.
No, they've been in this situation many times before. Of course, 13 times winners of the European Cup. And on many of those occasions, they've won the Spanish League the week or two before going on to win the European Cup. So they'll be used to that situation. And Ancelotti, also a very experienced coach and manager who's well used to dealing with those kind of moments where you have to move on from success very quickly and get your head back onto the task.
Where both teams are concerned, do we expect any major changes?
Well, Real Madrid will be without, Ancelotti confirmed today, they'll be without David Alaba at the back, which is a blow for them, I think. Nacho will probably come in there. The good news for Real is Casemiro is back, who missed the first leg. So he should give a little bit more stability to that midfield where Real Madrid did get overrun a little bit at times by Manchester City. And then it's all good news for City, really. Kyle Walker's travelled out to Spain. He's been out for a couple of weeks now, missed the first leg. If he's back at right back, that makes a huge difference for them. João Cancelo is back at left back. He's served his suspension. So the big weakness that City had in that first game was being without both their regular fullbacks. That could be completely resolved by tomorrow night.
Simon, your prediction?
My prediction is that I think we will see plenty of goals again, and I think City will come out on the right side of it. I will say 3-2 to Manchester City.
Oh, all right, Simon. We'll talk again tomorrow, I'm sure. Man City fans, a few of them very close to where I am at the moment. Pretty nervous, but let's hope they can keep calm. We'll talk again tomorrow, Simon.
All right, all the best.
Okay, so Wednesday's match will be live only on the SportsMax app, but you can watch the pre-game show on SportsMax starting at 1:15 p.m., 2:15 Eastern Caribbean time. Included in that build-up will be links from our Champions League watch party at Kingston Jerk. You are invited to head to 2 Chelsea Avenue and be part of the festivities there. Lots of prizes and surprises will be on offer. Joining us via Zoom is Gavin Valentine, the owner of Kingston Jerk. I know you had some exciting action there, Gavin, a couple of hours ago, or maybe even still lingering. What's the excitement level for Wednesday's match, which in many ways is an equally big clash because Real Madrid have a lot of fans right across the Caribbean and here in Kingston, Jamaica as well.
Actually, very correct, very correct. And I think the excitement surrounds actually the feeling that it might be an all-England clash. That is where the excitement surrounds. So it would turn out to be a Man City versus Liverpool. That would be, again, we've had that done before, and I think that is where the anxiety is.
Yeah,
As a United fan, hoping for a Spanish side to take it, but it looks like an all-England clash.
Yeah, I saw one of your clients today when we did the link in our coverage of the Champions League, very confident that Liverpool would have prevailed. I suspect that he was pretty nervous at halftime because things weren't going the way he had anticipated.
No, it was not. But I mean, the better side prevailed, as you said. And I mean, I could have asked for a better turnout, could have asked for better support because the SportsMax fans were all out in their numbers. I mean, it was an excellent turnout. I'm looking forward for an even better turnout tomorrow, and looking forward for the finals to see which two teams will make it to the finals.
So what can we look forward to at the watch party tomorrow?
Could you repeat?
What can we look forward to at your watch party tomorrow? What are we missing out on?
What you're missing out being in studio is that we have just given all the live betting options as we proceed. So prior to the match starting, you have those betting odds. While the match is going on, you have those betting odds. You can bet before halftime. You can bet on how many corners. You can bet how many free kicks, if they're going to be yellow cards, all the odds that you can possibly think of. And, of course, Kingston Jerk is giving you all the food and drinks that you would need, to keep yourself calm whenever you feel a little bit anxious. And, just enjoy the overall ambience and vibe of the showing.
Are there any special offers, where food is concerned? Because I'm Trini, but I know how Jamaicans love their food.
Yes. And as a Trini, I would say to you, I challenge you to come and taste our curry and see if we do have one of the best curry goats in Kingston. That's one. Two, we do have specials. We have beer specials. We have wing specials just for the match periods. So, yes, there's a lot of specials happening when you come down there, food-wise, for you to enjoy.
Yeah, based on the name of your establishment, Gavin, people will go there thinking that jerk pork and jerk chicken would be the primary things on your menu. But I just heard you mention curry goat just now, which suggests that you're multidimensional. And any others that the fans can look forward to going there for the watch party?
Definitely. I mean, curry goat is a staple for the everyday. The jerk chicken, also the jerk pork. But we also have spin-offs from the jerk. So we have a jerk pork pizza. We have a jerk pork pasta. We have a jerk chicken pizza. We have a jerk chicken pasta. We have all of that. We have sandwiches. We have burgers. We have wraps. We have the whole 9 yards. We have spring rolls, jerk chicken and jerk pork. So we have quite a bit of main dishes that fans and patrons can enjoy while watching the match and post-match.
Gavin, great to have you on the SportsMax Zone. We'll be monitoring remotely what's happening at Kingston Jerk, and we'll be in studio, so it's impossible for us to be at two places at the same time. But we have our crew there that will enjoy your services and the ambiance, the atmosphere at Kingston Jerk.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I figured out why the crew is still the same crew that keeps coming. I think it's the food. So what we'll do, we'll send some food to the studio for you.
Whoa.
Thank you. That's all I've been thinking about.
All right, Gavin, great. Okay, so the story is that Manchester City, George and Mariah, will be 4-3 ahead of Real Madrid. But many people, including you, Mariah, would think that Man City let an opportunity last week slip away from them to take a stronger hold on this tie.
Yeah, I do feel as if, we should have ended this off the last time we met. And especially because we do know, and you mentioned it, right? Real Madrid is a team that's flying very high. The fact that they have already wrapped up the La Liga title just shows that this is the only thing they have to focus on. Manchester City, only 1 point separates us from Liverpool. So that's another thing that we have to focus on in the back of our minds. So it would have been ease of pressure and an ease of mind going into this one with a bigger margin. But you know what? It is what it is, and I guess I just have to hope that they don't slip up tomorrow when they meet.
George, you've mentioned Gareth Bale as a super sub potential for Real Madrid, but he's out apparently with a back injury, having not played much.
Himself and Isco are out. He missed the league title celebrations with those back spasms. The fact is that they've gone through the season and they've not needed him. That's a measure of how strong the squad is. Don't forget that Eden Hazard is out of the squad, recovering from an injury as well. Look, tomorrow's game between a quality Real Madrid side and a high-quality Manchester City side will be the best game you've seen this season since the last best game you've seen this season.
Which was today. Well, still to come on the SportsMax Zone, we feature Jamaica's male rugby sevens team that recently qualified for the World Cup and Commonwealth Games, both set for this year. In our NBA segment, Miami too hot for James Harden and the Philadelphia 76ers. We discussed the opening games in the semi-final round of the NBA Conference Playoffs. And Nicholas Pooran has been named West Indies white ball captain with Shea Hope as his ODI deputy. We get Fazir Mohammed's opinion on whether the selectors have gotten this one right. That's coming up right after the break. Stay with SportsMax on YouTube and follow us on all social pages for updates, news and entertainment.